The Three Princes, A Tale from the Middle East, retold by Eric A. Kimmel, illustrated by Leonard Everett Fisher. Once there was, and once there was not, a princess who was as wise as she was beautiful. Princes from all over the world sought her hand in marriage, but the ones she liked best were the three cousins, Prince Fahad, Prince Muhammad, and Prince Mohsen. Prince Fahad and Prince Muhammad were men of wealth and renown. Although they were neither young nor handsome, Prince Mohsen, by contrast, was tall and slender as a reed. His flashing eyes melted the princess's heart the first time she saw them. However, as the youngest son of a poor king, Prince Mohsen possessed little more than his handsome face, his cloak, and his camel. Nonetheless, he was the one the princess loved, and the one she was determined to marry. The wazir, her chief minister, scoffed at her decision. "Mohsen, he has nothing to give you. Then I will give him a chance to find something," the princess said. Summoning the three princes, she said to them, "Go out into the world for a year, and bring back the rarest thing that you find in your travels. I will marry the prince who returns with the greatest wonder." The next morning the three princes rode out together. They traveled across the desert for many days, until they came to a place where the path branched off in three directions. "There is a sign that we should separate," Prince Fahad said. Prince Muhammad and Prince Mohsen agreed. Prince Fahad took the path to the right, Prince Muhammad took the path to the left, and Prince Mohsen continued straight across the desert. After 1 year's time, they returned to the same place of the three paths. They camped for the night, sharing stories of their adventures. One by one the stars came out. "What great wonder did you find on your travels?" Prince Fahad asked. Prince Muhammad replied, "I traveled across the Iron Mountains to the distant Hadramaut. In a cave guarded by a frightful Jinj, I found a great wonder." He reached under his cloak and took out a crystal ball. "A crystal ball? What is so wonderful about that?" his cousins asked. This is no ordinary crystal ball," Prince Muhammad replied. "When I peer inside it, I can see what is happening anywhere in the world. Is that not a wonderful thing?" His cousins agreed that it was. Prince Muhammad turned to Prince Fahad. "What wonder did you bring back from your travels?" Prince Fahad answered, "I traveled across Egypt's desert sands. In the tomb of a forgotten king, I discovered this." He unwrapped a bundle and spread it on the ground. It was a carpet. "A carpet? What is so wonderful about that?" Prince Muhammad said, and Prince Mohsen asked him. Prince Fahad replied, "This is a flying carpet. It can carry me wherever I want to go, in less time than it takes to tell about it." Is that not a wonderful thing? His cousins agreed that it was. Then Prince Fahad and Prince Mohab turned to Prince Mohsen. "What rare thing and wonderful thing did you find on your travels?" they asked. "I journeyed to the shores of the great sea," Prince Mohsen replied. "There I met a sailor who gave me this." He opened his hand and held out an orange. His cousins began to laugh. "Is that all? An ordinary orange?" "This is no ordinary orange," Prince Mohsen protested. "It is a healing orange. It can cure any illness, even if a person is dying." "If what you say is true, then this orange is the greatest wonder of all," the other two princes said. However, they did not sound as if they really believed it. As the three princes sat under the starry sky, Prince Mohsen happened to remark, "I wonder if the princess is well. We have not seen her in a year." "Gather around," Prince Muhammad said. "My crystal ball can show her to us." The three princes peered into the crystal ball together. A tragic scene appeared before their eyes. There lay the princess, pale as death. The wazir and the ladies and gentlemen of her court stood around her bed, weeping. Doctors bent over her, shaking their heads. The princes lowered their eyes to the crystal ball and found they could hear what the doctors were saying. "Our princess is dying. She will not live to see the sunrise." "The princess needn't die. My orange can cure her," Prince Mohsen cried. But how can I reach her in time? Even if I rode all night, I could never arrive by morning. My carpet can carry us there in an instant, Prince Fahad said. Quick, get on. The three princes leaped onto the flying carpet. In less time than it took to tell about it, the carpet whisked through the air all the way to the princess's palace. The princes ran through the gates, crying, Clear the way! Let us through! Crowds of courtiers parted to let them pass. Prince Mohsen knelt beside the dying princess. He cut the healing orange into 4 pieces. As soon as the princess tasted the first piece, her color returned. The second piece, and her eyes opened. The third, and she sat up in bed. By the time she finished the last piece, she was completely cured. A miracle, the wazir cried. The courtier echoed, A miracle! It is a miracle indeed, the princess said. These 3 noble princes have restored me to life. I will marry the prince who was the most responsible for saving me. But which one was that? Everyone asked. The princess obviously means Prince Mohsen, for it was his orange that cured her, said the doctor. True, the courtiers replied, but the orange had to arrive in time to be of any use. Prince Fahad's magic carpet brought it here, so he is the one who really saved her. But neither the orange nor the carpet would have done any good if the princess had not known that the princess was dying, the wazir pointed out. I say it was Prince Muhammad's crystal ball that was the most responsible for restoring our princess to life. The doctors and the courtiers and the wazir argued and argued, but none could agree. In the end, they did what they should have done in the beginning. They asked the princess, Which prince truly saved your life? Which one are you going to marry? The princess answered, No prince could have saved me by himself. Each needed the help of his companions. All 3 played an equal part, and I am grateful to them all. But you cannot marry them all, the wazir protested. I know. I must choose one, and the one I choose is Prince Mohsen. Prince Mohsen? Why not Muhammad? Why not Fahad? Everyone asked. The princess summoned the 3 princes to kneel before her. Prince Fahad, she said, do you still have your crystal ball? I do. And what of you, Mohsen? And Prince Fahad, do you still have your flying carpet? I do. And what of you, Mohsen? Where is your magic orange? I gave it up to save your life, princess, he answered. You see how it is, the princess told her courtiers. Prince Muhammad and Prince Fahad have lost nothing. Each still has their crystal ball and their magic carpet. With these wonders added to the wealth and renown of what they already possess, they will have no trouble finding other princesses to marry. But the Prince Mohsen gave up his orange, his only possession, to save me. He was the one who sacrificed the most. I cannot restore the orange. However, I can give him something of equal value. I can become his bride. Thus it was said, and thus it was done. Prince Fahad and Prince Muhammad found other princesses to marry, equally beautiful, if not as wise. And the princess, who was as wise as she was beautiful, which made her more beautiful still, and Prince Mohsen, who had won her heart from the first, lived together in joy and delight to the end of their days.